All right, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's
What's up,
up?
everyone?
Yeah. So we are home in Texas, America, USA, and what a journey it's been. Um, just thought we would do a little video here and just let you know because I was getting a lot of different messages, people,
Worried.
yeah,
Yes.
worried and
So
curious and
we'll let you
concerned.
know that we're okay.
So, hey, Peter, how's it going? Give us just a second. Let's get
Yes.
another
Hello,
window up
Peter. How
here.
you doing?
And we'll get another window open here where
Oh, you have a 10 viewer now.
we can more easily read these comments coming through. Bear with us. All right, there is Timothy. Hello, Timothy. Hello,
Yes.
William.
Hello, Timothy. Hello,
Hello,
William.
Valerie. Thank y'all for joining us here right now. Um,
Dana. Hello, Dana.
like might be a
Hello,
little
Peter.
smudge going up there on that camera, Mo.
What you looking?
Uh, you guys just bear with me a second. I'm gonna try to wipe that lens. Looks like there's a little smudge or something, and I don't know. It's kind of glaring. Oh well, we'll just deal with it. Whatever it is, it is. I think it made it worse. Uh, so so happy y'all made it home. I've been worried about y'all. Thank you, Mary Wilson, Rick. Uh,
Redline.
yeah. Welcome home, y'all. We'll let a few more people get in here and join in, and we'll tell a little bit of what all we encountered on our journey home. Man, what a journey too. Probably the most stressful journey we've ever made. Yeah, definitely is. As you see here, we have this beautiful, enticing display right here that I know is really going to attract y'all to this video. Yeah. So let's see what's up. It's coffee on your end. Melinda's drinking. What are you drinking right now?
Milk.
Hot milk.
Yes, I have
Yeah.
milk.
And I've still got a royal milk tea that I bought in the airport in Japan
Thank
and
you,
never
Paul.
drank it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Paul. What's up, man? Good to see you join us.
Mm-hmm.
All of y'all. So each one of y'all, you tell us what all's going on with you all tonight, or whatever time of day it is where you're at. What are you all doing in this world out there right now? And see, Mary said, "Ha ha, y'all got more than I got, but I got about 10 boxes of Kleenex." Well, the reason this is here is we're going to tell later why this is here, but um, that'll be our secret later.
It's a surprise.
Yeah, let's have a toilet paper auction. Did you read the description on the video? Hey, Peter. Now you can't just say you bid $1.75. You got to put that money in super chat. I'm just joking, though. We're not out there trying to get money off people. I swear, man. Michael said, "Man, all I got is a water hose outside, wine toilet paper." Spray stuff down with the water hose, and then we'll wrap you with this toilet paper. I remember Japan well. We stationed there for 5.5 years. Man, that's pretty cool. I will say that personally, myself, when I made it to Japan, it was a sigh of relief. Um, they're they're definitely a well organized country. Their their feelings towards Americans are really good. And of course, we had bases there, like you said right there. You were stationed there and all. And I don't know. I have to honestly say that I felt a sigh of relief and a little safer once I got there. And I'm not saying nothing bad about the Philippines at all. Um, it's just, I guess, because you're another big step home towards your journey, and they are a good friend and ally to us. To where it's been like shaky waters lately in the Philippines, but on the relationship with the U.S. But we're just so good with Japan, and worst case, if we got stranded there, the food is definitely so good.
That's
The
right.
diet would go to dirt, but Yeah, you made it home and with toilet paper. No, this is toilet paper we had here, but hang hang in there, hang in there, Jason. And is it Jason Lacey or is it Jason and Lacey? Is this like a shared account? Is that a last name or is that two first names? Just tell me that. But you say congratulations home and thank you
Yeah,
very much for that.
thank you, Patricia.
Patricia says welcome
Welcome
home
home.
also, man. I'm glad to see all of you joining in here with
And
us.
Walter, thank you also.
And just kind of another impromptu video again. And I just want to share our journey of what we experienced as we came through. Michael, man, there is Michael, and he says, "Thank the Lord above that y'all made it back to Texas. I've been thinking about you all day and waiting to hear." That's what I told the little wife. I said, we really let everybody know in these videos of what was going on, and it's not right to not come in and give some closure and not leave people hanging. She was tired at first. She said, "Let's do it tomorrow." And I said, "No,
Yes,
I don't want to do it tomorrow. I want to do it now. It's only fair to you guys to close this chapter and you all know what's happened. And it's not just about Melinda and I and our lives, it's to help others out there knowing what's going on out there in this world. Because not everybody's out there traveling through all this mess like we have just been. And so that's another reason I want to share. It's a firsthand account, right boots on the ground of what's happening in these international airports and passing through different countries as well. So that's another reason we want to share, and we definitely are not and still in panic. I'll tell you that one right now. Simplistic life in the Philippines versus structured life in Japan. Yeah, Peter, that's right. You said the same words as I did to Melinda when we were in the airport. I, from the time she looks out the window when we fly in at all the agriculture they have and how organized they are. And I just tell them they're just very respectful of their land. They are highly structured. That was another word I used, the same one you
and
used.
People, they're disciplined.
And that was another big word we used about discipline, of keeping their place clean and uncluttered. And Japan's an amazing place. I'm sure Japan is an amazing place. I have a lot of respect for them. I've spent time there. I've backpacked before I knew Melinda, and I was just rolled on my own. I explored Japan with just a backpack and did trains all over the country, and that was a wonderful time in my life. And I was quarantined in Japan in 2010. So this isn't my first rodeo. In 2010, I got quarantined during the H1N1 crisis. And I came through there not feeling good. I knew that I didn't have H1N1, but everybody's scared. I mean, when I was sniffling and not feeling good on the plane, man, people literally moved away and got permission to change seats away from me. And sure enough, when I come off that plane, I was escorted, and next thing you know, I found myself staying in a hotel with a whole bunch of other people on the floor to ourselves, and won't give us no medication. It's a big question mark at that time on H1N1 like this. How long does it incubate? What are the signs? How can we truly test for it? I mean, let me tell you guys, it was almost exactly the same. I think the difference is in 2010, smartphones had just came out. That was the brand new gig. Was like the very first iPhone and all, right? iPhone 1. And we didn't have so much social media like we have now. There was Facebook and things out there, but it wasn't pumping and thriving at the point that it is now. And so everybody out there with an opinion wasn't out there pumping stuff, and people that like to stir fears in people wasn't out there pumping stories, and people with all of these social and political agendas. They didn't have that platform, wasn't so big in 2010 as it is now to really stir the pot. And that's my opinion. But I've been through this, and so that's one of the reasons that I passed right on through this with flying colors. I didn't run away from the storm. I went through the eye of the storm, and because I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that, and I spent my time in quarantine in Japan before. Sure enough, I didn't have nothing. They released me, only to get to the Philippines, and they tried to re-quarantine me again as soon as I arrived to the airport, and I had to go through a big mess with them. That no, I've already been quarantined in Japan. They had to verify phone calls, and still they wanted me to go there and go to a doctor and self quarantine in the Philippines back then. But sure, okay. And I just took off. So it's not been the first time. So are we still going here? I noticed the comment part has kind of stopped, froze. I'm not sure what's happening here. So there we go, right there.
Oh yeah.
It just seemed like it was all froze, and you never know. So, Sandy, we're glad to hear from you here. Better late than never.
Exactly.
The TSA the Customs Border Patrol put y'all through paces at DFW. So let a few more people get in here, and I'm going to tell all of this story. I just want everybody to have a chance to hear it the first round. So y'all bear with me, and I'll chatter here a little bit, and we'll buy a little bit of time and let a few more people come in like's happening now. Eva, thank you for that.
You made
For We're happy to be home. Let me tell you, our dogs,
They're excited.
man,
To seeing
before
us.
we even pulled in off the road into our driveway, we could hear our dogs carrying on. They knew the sound of my truck. Man, they have been literally sleeping at the front bumper of my truck every night because we could see them on camera, couldn't we?
Yes.
On our surveillance. And let me tell you, Blackjack, he was whining. I mean, with a yelp and almost like a little cry, wasn't it? It was amazing. Some happy, smiling dogs, and we were happy to see our babies, boy. I tell you. And Mike, our friend Mike, that's staying over here in the house next door, he has been coming over feeding them. Well, he's done definitely a good job because they are some fat dogs, boy.
I think that he spoiled them.
Boy, thank you, Mike,
Yes,
so
thank
much.
you, Mike.
But we're gonna have to take these dogs for a run. They're not gonna like us. They're gonna go back on rations. Yeah.
They keep asking what you're gonna do with this toilet paper. They're interested for this toilet.
This toilet paper,
This
y'all
is
just slow down. Just slow down, because I will tell you soon what's happening with the toilet paper. Let's see what some of these messages are here. Next page, PJ. She slid in here on us.
Mhm.
Says, well, hello, nice to see you
Hello,
both
next
in
PJ.
your stomping grounds. Man, yeah, Mike 2-ply. Man, this is premium grade right here, man. We got you right here, man. We got good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, man. Jumbo and soft, boy. Look at that. Big old juicy rolls, boy. Yeah. Are you ready for the auction? Yeah. Get your credit cards ready now and your shipping address. He said, what's on top of the toilet paper? Oh, that's actually not on top. That is a what's called a mascara mask from Bacolod City in the Philippines. They're in their festival there. Yeah, juicy rolls right here, boy. Juicy rolls. Untainted too.
Yeah, we have a lot of new coming.
So
how you say it?
So Joy Dean, it said in 2010, Facebook was still mostly desktop and laptop, and you cannot post the first thing that came to your mind like now. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Back then, people were mostly using like messengers and stuff like that. MySpace was pretty big. That was a big one still at the time, was MySpace. And
Friendster.
yeah, and Friendster, which was known more throughout Asia. You know, Friendster was actually massive, and it and it was actually right over here, if I'm not mistaken, out of Dallas is where it was formed. And it was a big player, but it never took off in the U.S. like it did the rest of the planet, especially Asia, even though it was a USA uh, platform and app from over here. I believe right out of North Texas here. And Facebook eventually bought them out too. But yeah, you had Tagged, you had Friendster, and you had
I don't.
MySpace.
I don't know. I don't
That
know.
that was the that was the main ones.
I don't know. I have no idea about that.
Yeah.
I know, pretty sure you're familiar for all of those.
Yeah, well, yeah. Over here we were. I know where you're trying to go. Like I'm a chatty to the girls. I know what you're trying to say.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, I know where you're trying to go with that. Leave it to a woman. Hmm. So,
So Kimberly Reese
but yeah,
also
Yahoo
joining
Messenger.
also tonight.
When it came to chatting, Yahoo Messenger was
So
the
hello
king
from
out there.
California. Hello, Kimberly.
California here, huh?
Yes.
Oh, look here, we got another Texan in here. We got Don. He's gonna roll in here from Brownsville. Thank God you made it home okay. Well, I appreciate that
Mhm.
very much, Don. Um, Glad you made it back. Kimberly there. Hello from California. Um, Kimberly, what part of Cali are you in? We heard there was a lot of rainfall coming down in one part of California there, like an abnormal amount. It's just some information our neighbors there from California gave us when we were still in the Philippines. It's the adopt the sprayer bottle system from the Philippines. Uh, so, Peter, if you want to go back, explore through our videos, and you're going to see where I have a video of a restroom here in our house that I built, a CR, and it'll say Asian influenced restroom or CR. And go check out that video because when it's Asian influence means it has a solid tile on the walls and the floor so everything can get wet, drain there on the floor by the toilet, and it's got a bum gun. And that thing blows like a fire hose on our
Yeah.
water pressure.
The most important is the bum gun,
You might get a whole colostomy with this one. Or what they call it, not colostomy, that's a bag, but what they call that where they flush you out. I don't know. Never had it done, but we know what we're talking about. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah, it's some pressure. uh, yeah, it says James with all the TP. At least you don't have to worry about the frog bumping. Hey,
huh?
hey, this toilet paper is not for us. This is for you folks. We're just waiting for the auction to begin. Yeah, enema. Yeah, colon cleansing. Yeah, uh, colon cleansing enema. Boy, that's I tell you that one we have in there. It'll blow some paint off now. Let me tell you.
So we're gonna start the auction
uh,
now.
yeah. Let's see. Kern County, we did have a lot of rain. Please say a prayer for my son. He's in the UK trying to get home. Man, there were so many Europeans at the airports
Yes, there's a lot of revenge stranded.
trying to
There's a,
get back home. Unbelievable. A lot, wasn't there?
yeah, but the 30 already trying to find way to.
Yeah, and that deadline they set, which was ridiculous to set such a tight window, I will be critical about that. And I don't have the name, but the lady that's over Department of Tourism in the Philippines was an advocate to try to get people out and to extend these deadlines and to open up more ways. And she was having to fight against other agencies that were trying to hold people in and even hold Filipinas and Filipinos that live abroad that don't even live in the Philippines, like Melinda, they're just vacationing, trying to make it where they couldn't even leave the country. But the lady over the Department of Tourism was an advocate that everybody should be able to leave if they want to, and have people more time. And these people that she was having to go up against that were really trying to stand hard on her, shame on them. That's all I can say. Shame on them. And kudos to her. and she's made her voice loud, and it's become a heard voice. And the last news I knew, they are trying to open it up now more to get more what they call sweep flights. And sweep flights is sweeping people off these islands, getting them into these international airports, and so they can exit the country, and even providing buses and possibly even hotel stay for them if they're in a quarantined area, while and even food is what I read while this happens. So I will find her name. I think about personally writing her a letter. Swear to God I am, and thank goodness for her. All right, Rick. Hey, Rick. I'm glad to see you there, Snuggle Bear.
And also Chad.
And Chad.
Chad,
Hey, man. Hello, Chad. Chad's just
Roger,
one of our just
and
super
also Roger
dedicated
Winslow. Hello.
viewers, subscribers that just always right there with us, and we appreciate you a lot, Chad. Just like next page, PJ, all of you, we appreciate. I tell you, and we used to keep up with who everybody is too. Your numbers are growing,
Yeah.
but I still, you all mean a lot to me, and I try to remember everyone. So, yeah, Kimberly Reese is what Melinda is trying to see. Which one else are you telling me?
Roger Winslow.
No.
See,
Oh, sure, yeah, right there. Yeah, Roger
Yes,
Winslow. Hello, and glad that y'all are home. Hello. Well, hello there, Roger. So, get a drink here. All right. Let's cover this journey a little bit. 35 watching right now. Appreciate it. Y'all would give us some thumbs up right there. If y'all wouldn't mind, throw us some thumbs up there. And I'm going to begin to tell a little bit of story of this journey. I see one thumbs up there pop up. I want to see a few more. And so here is how things went down. We weren't sure if Melinda was going to be able to leave the country. Y'all knew that there, I think, right before we left.
Yes.
And they were trying to hold her, and different agencies were playing different games. Two agencies were wanting to hold all Filipinos, no matter if you live abroad or not. One agency, the Department of Tourism, was trying to let them go. So that had us on the edge of our seat, and they would not clear her for check-in to start with. They never would give us a definite reason of why. And that made our last night there total hell. It made our last night there total hell, and there was really no rest that night because we were right on the edge of not knowing if I'm fixing to stay behind and lose my crops here and everything, because I will not separate from my wife, nor will I leave her in a city far from her home, any home, Texas home or Philippine home, on her own. So we did not know. We got to the airport at 4 a.m. as they told us to do, to be ready to handle her check-in issue at 4 a.m. When we got there at 4 a.m., was there a gate open?
No, not yet.
Nope. All the staff for Philippine Airlines gate right there, and they only had one flight going on, just our flight. Just our flight.
Filipino time if they say.
But hold on. Let me tell this. All the staff, with everything happening and all these worried people, were all sitting around a desk, all doing their hair and makeup. They weren't assisting nobody. They didn't have nothing open. They were just laughing, having fun with themselves. You know, it's all a bunch of young people working for Philippine Airlines there, because in that country, anybody knows Philippines, they only want to hire young, cute faces, male and female. And they're just over there just having like a little early morning party to themselves while we're all stressed. And then time keeps moving, and they still haven't opened this gate. And people are starting to stack up right there because these flights are, there was our flight and another flight. And then it was going to be shut down, but now we think they opened it back up again for a few more. Trying to get more people out. But, you know, we're on the edge. We want to get answers and know about the plane. We don't want to be delayed while you're over there having a good time to yourselves and doing your hair and makeup in front of everyone. So So nevertheless, they were late opening the gate, and it was just making our stress continue on even longer. Then they start finally they go over there and they're all at their little podiums and they're all, I guess, logging in their computers late. And but still they're not addressing none of us people. We're all still standing out there in disarray, and they're still just having fun playing around with each other, kind of like what we call grab ass, playing grab ass with each other. And it just wasn't a time for that. I just tell you, it wasn't a time for that. Then one of the guys there, he starts doing the deal, putting us, making everybody move and line up, and putting all the little cattle corral around us, you know. And he starts telling everyone to squeeze up. He wants me to not have my bags this far away from the lady in front of me. He wants it right on her ankles. And he's packing everybody like we're all trying to pack in a bus or a jeepney. There's no other flights in the airport. We're the only plane preparing to board, and they're going to cattle corral us and try to cram us on top of each other when the rule even says with Duterte for social distancing and to keep everybody spread apart. And so I'm the only person that's not afraid to speak up to him, because I speak up everywhere all the time, don't I, Melinda?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she gets mad at me for it because I am not a coward to speak up. And I know it could get me in some bad consequences someday, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And they were hurting us all tied together, these employees there for the airline. And I said, hey man, the rule is that we're supposed to have social distancing and we're supposed to be spread apart. And we're the only people here for this flight in this airport. Why do we have to be jam packed together? And he said, this is what we do. I said, no, you're not doing it now. You're not doing it now. And I'm not getting up on top of this lady. And I said, rules are rules. And the rules with the government is for everybody to be spread out. And I got really right to his face about it. And he backed off and he said, okay, sir. And he stopped it right then and he walked away. But that upset me. And of course, we're all fixing to be jammed on a plane together anyway. But the more we can be spread out and the longer, the less chances, if there is something floating around, that we have it. And it was just nonsense. So we got checked in, and I'm going to tell you, the second that they issued Melinda's ticket and I seen it print off that printer down there, it was like just a big old cool wave of air float over my body. I seen her look down to it, also and see her name on it, and I saw just that instant relief on Melinda's face too. And we got up there and went to, it's such a beautiful airport.
Yes,
Man, that Cebu International Airport.
They renovate that, right?
Well, that's all new.
All new, okay.
Yeah, so they had the old airport and then they built on all this new terminal and remodeled, ended up remodeling
So
the
the
whole
old
airport.
one is just only for domestic flight.
Well, no, they kind of just all rehabbed the whole airport, but a lot of that's all brand new structures though.
Okay.
And gorgeous, state of the art. I mean, just beautiful. And I'm gonna put up a video showing that inside, these massive wood beams, arched beams, the woodwork. It is just gorgeous. So Bob, I see you there. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad we made it too. Michael Harris said he's the same way. He'll speak up no matter what. I'm like you, James. I'm a big guy, 6'6" and 240. Yeah, man, they always think I'm military. They always think I'm military. They do.
Yeah,
they always think I'm like a Marine or something.
Always mistaken.
Because I've become a commanding force, boy. But I think that's part of us American blood. That's what's always made USA so strong, right? Is this tough people like us, man? Yeah, that's what's made America grow into what America is. That's what's made us
strong.
Such a powerful nation in this world, is because we are not cowards and we do not cow down and we call right and wrong. And all I can say is that right there. Chad said alpha male. That's right, boy. Roof.
Harry Johnson, let me get
Yeah.
some of that
See,
toilet
Timothy said Terminal 2 is all brand
paper
new,
I
open
see
less than a
behind
year.
you.
Yeah.
You see those
So
comment? Gary Johnson he said, let me get
it's
some toilet paper I see
it's the
behind you.
haircut as well. Speaking of, that's right, Chad. We don't take no shit. So why you say, let me get some of that toilet paper I see behind you? You can get your chance to some of this toilet paper. Get your credit card out and prepare with your address. We'll get the auction started soon. Uh, so that's right, women too. And I tell you what, women have also played a big part in building this wonderful nation here and other nations as well, and other countries as well. In Europe, all throughout. Women's played a big role. There's no country can grow anywhere, even Japan. When Japan grew to such a strong power, Japan, those women played a vital role too. So y'all do.
Help each other.
Y'all do, man. I tell you. And we got 275 for the lot. Hey, you got to put the money in where your mouth is, man. We got to see it roll in.
275.
Man, 275 for the lot for this luscious. Look right here, man.
It's a mega.
Angel Soft, 425 plus sheets,
Roll.
mega rolls right there. Man, come on. Is this all you're gonna? Man, look at this. Look at that, boy. That is some major cleaning you could do right there. You're gonna have to do better than that, Peter. You're gonna have to do better than that.
More.
So, hey, Carrie, I appreciate that very much.
I love you too. Thank you.
It's Texas blood that stands out. When we got military in our blood in Texas, had to fight many years for freedom. Yeah, that's right. Without women, you can't produce men like us. So lots of wiping going on. So I'm gonna go back to this little journey here real quick on in the airport. So that's pretty good. We were only flight that we seen coming in for there when we were there. It was like a dead airport besides us one group, and you could see a lot of relieved faces that they were about to get on a plane. You could just see a lot of faces that's been very stressed, like our own had been, that was finally feeling a little bit of comfort as we sat there at that gate waiting to board the plane. It was beautiful, beautiful setting. Man, this brand new airport with these just beautiful, gorgeous arched woodwork. And I'm going to share this in a video to you guys. So I'm telling some of it now, but y'all watch the video when I put it out and you'll see what beautiful place it is. I bet some of you may have seen it. I bet Timothy's seen it. Have you seen it, Timothy, inside? And man, just all of it, as the scanners, the airport scanners and everything are state of the art. It is first class, let me tell you. And man, the beautiful glass windows, and the sun was coming up over the mountains there of Cebu, and the planes sitting there and all. It was just picturesque, and man, it was pretty awesome, and I really enjoyed it. It was a very comforting moment. We had Melinda's ticket. It was a beautiful sunrise on God's earth, and we knew everything would be okay. Get another drink of my Japanese milk tea here. Some of that, I'll spread my virus to you. So we're almost down to using Bounty paper towels here in California. Well, just don't use cactus. I can just tell you, don't get down to the point that you got to use cactus. I tell my girls to start cutting up the sheets. Hey, I told Patrick earlier that I'm going to take these rolls now here in Texas. You know, when we're gun-toting fools here in Texas, I'm back here on my turf now. Now, if things get crazy and out of hand, yeah, because you know, we're some gun crazy fools here in Texas. So I told Melinda I'm going to go down through there and put these rolls on the T-post down the fence down through here and just wait for a fool to try to steal it. You're going to hear little ricochet shots going off on the post. I'm going to loosen one sheet up so it's flapping in the wind just to entice them.
Tried asking me, what is the first thing you will plant now? What do you think? Of course, we need to prepare first.
She's got stuff going already.
Actually, I have already onion here.
Man,
I plant the onion before we leave.
She did. She planted onions before we left. We had the most beautiful long row of just ready to pick onions right now.
Yes.
Right now. We had such a mild winter. Man, she got a big old eggplant still growing. We got a big old tomato plant that's got blooms on it right now. Peppers with peppers on them right now.
Peppers, yes.
What, 3 different kinds of peppers, I think.
Yes.
What else did you have? And then you had the
like an Asian vegetable, like a climbing spinach.
It's growing like crazy too.
Yes.
Our lemon is just covered in blooms right now, and even my lime tree, I didn't think it was going to do very good. I didn't bring it in. I left it outside in the pot when we were gone. It was so mild here, it never hurt it, and it's just covered in young green leaves right now. It looks beautiful, nice and healthy.
Yes, I think for this week I'm going to start sprouting the seeds.
Yeah, so that's what we talked about. Is we got a whole bunch of seeds here, and we went ahead and we're going to plan to start sprouting stuff that we can, because it's too wet to plant anything right now. It is a swamp outside. And we'll go back to that just a minute. Let me catch up on some of this here. Corn cobs are a little rough too. Yeah. Don't use toilet paper. It'll stop up your commode. Yeah. Oh, don't use paper towels. It'll stop up your commode and sewer system. Man, we have a bum gun. This is Texas Filipino, and the Filipinos don't use toilet paper. So this right here.
We use tabo. It's a scoop.
Yeah, y'all use a scoop or sprayer.
Yeah, sprayer.
And we already have a sprayer in our bathroom here because I built Melinda a Asian style bathroom in this house. I did a video on it before. Y'all go back and watch it. It was a while back. Y'all go through my videos and you'll find it says Asian influence bathroom, and you'll see it. George right there. George Salts. Welcome back to the USA. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, thank
Bob
you,
J, my front door has a sign stating, "Nothing inside is worth dying for. They have been warned." I hear you. I want a bum gun. That's what Peter said. Cold or hot water. Hey, it's cold. It makes the door slam shut tighter. Yeah, we don't need this. This is why we're willing to auction this off to you guys. Do not be shy. We do take credit cards. Don't worry. Wire transfers. It's all good. Patricia said my shower head works great. There you go. That's right.
Yeah, it works. Shower head, it works.
Melinda knows me. I'm so cowboy. I don't all that. I'll hit the field. I do it anyway, don't I? I just tell my secrets.
That's why when we know each other.
Why do you think I have
no
such green pastures?
Yeah, it's fertilized.
I just warm water sprayed. Well, you can spray warm water. I want the cold.
Stacy Spears joining us tonight. Hello, Stacy.
Where's Stacy at? Yeah, glad you made it home. Hello, Stacy. Glad you joined us. Absolutely, it's pretty cool. We'll move on to the next step of this story right here. Oh, look here, we done got a card number. You know, Peter done took his wife's card, probably.
He stole it, huh?
It probably ain't even his.
It is what?
Can we get that expiration date, please, sir, in that little code? The Dennis Shaw. Wow, glad y'all made it out. Welcome home. Hey, I thought you had your little warm milk over here, and you sure are tearing up my milk tea.
I enjoy
Let's
it.
set this way over here. Excuse me for a second. Just over here gulping.
Keep talking, yeah.
Yeah. It says, I have been there at the new Cebu airport. It is beautiful. It is beautiful, man. I tell you, it is world class, man. It is nice. I saw somebody the other day. Don't walk barefoot in my yard. we got the expiration. It was 6 of 98. A little old, huh? Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Hello from Northwest Arizona. Glad that you made it home safe. Well, thank you very much there, the Desert Angel.
Homestead.
Desert Angel Homestead.
Yes.
Um, do y'all do a lot of water catchment there yourselves? If you're in the Northwest, well, it's still pretty arid right there. So tell me what y'all on your homestead there. Do y'all do a lot of your own water catchment there? I like to know these things. Actually, I've watched a lot of videos of in Arizona and Nevada of homesteaders there and different type of water catchment methods. Now, Melinda's best friend's in Arizona.
Yes. Scottsdale. She live in Scottsdale.
Part time, and the other place
Flagstaff.
in Flagstaff, yeah. Because her husband tries to avoid the cold when it's too cold and the hot when it's too hot. So they alternate between two places there in Arizona. Um, so anyway, when we got on that plane, going back to the story in the airport, when we got on that plane and boarded, it was a happy moment. Now along the way, I had a lot of extra of the mask, the face mask, and we gave one away to the taxi driver, which I think was already in the video because that was our friend Barack, but he had nothing, and him being a taxi driver, we gave him one. He said he wanted it too, and I asked, and then when we were at the airport, we gave one away to a Filipino
guy. Yes, they're in Iloilo Airport.
Inside the airport, I had opened up my bag or something, and I seen when he saw that I had a bunch of them, we could see his eyes. It was just eyes like, I wish I had one of those. And so I looked at him and unzipped my bag back open, and it was like a little drug dealer. Hey, man. Hey, man, look what I got right here. I got you hooked up. Yeah. I asked if he wanted one, and oh, man, he did. So each time I would clean my hands, they're in a plastic bag. And each time Melinda carried a bottle of alcohol with us, I clean my hands really good right in front of them, scrub them off good, and then I would very gently touch one and lift it out and give it away. Then when we were there at that last flight out of Cebu, when we were waiting at that, there was a European lady. I think she may be a Spaniard, and
seems like.
And her husband had a mask, but she didn't.
She didn't. I saw it. That is
her husband had a mask, but she didn't. And I don't know. I'm funny about that. I'll take care of my wife first, but I guess that's just the way it is. So I had to get on her to wear one. I mean, it is a real deal, or this wouldn't be happening around the world. It wouldn't be happening if there wasn't something to it. So, of course, we're in a hotbed when you're inside of airports. And hey, right there, boy, we got another one rolling in. Glad 651. Yeah, man, you've really been following with us, and we appreciate it very much. He said, well, okay, Mel, but the jury's still kind of out on you, James. That's funny.
Yeah, we have also another one, Sinbad S.
Sinbad S. Hey, yeah, glad you made it. Right on. Welcome home. I was praying for y'all. And E-Learning PH, my hubby and I are addicted to your channel now. Man, wow, we really appreciate that. That's cool.
Thank you.
And Peter, we're still waiting for that updated card with the new expiration date. Don't think I forgot about you yet. And I need the 3-digit code. And we need to up this price a little bit. I'm going to charge, I tell you what, we'll sell the paper at that low price, but we're going to do like they do on TV. Then it's going to have a big shipping and handling charge, and we're going to have to put a shipping and handling charge on each roll. she's got like a scarf tied around her head, like a silk scarf, and it's just slipping off her nose. And I can tell she's really wanting something on her face, and she's fighting hard to try to keep this with her long hair and that silk tied around her nose. And
And that one is not good because it
and
is
it's
like
not
a
really doing no
yeah
good anyway.
because it's just a cloth.
And so I once again, Melinda mentioned to me about giving her one, and I sat there a second. I said, Melinda's right; it's the right thing to do, as we've already done with others. So I could tell they probably had a long travel. So I went to her and her husband, and both their eyes were just glowing when I opened that up, and I had all of these little masks
Mask.
there. I mean, they may not be the perfect ones. There's so much debate out there about what's good, what's bad. But if somebody sneezes in your proximity or coughs, it'll still at least block water droplet particles. It may not be the A1 best mask out there. They're 3Ms, but there's all different ones and different layers and what they can hold out and how they fit around your nose. I mean, it don't matter if the air is sucking in and out around the top. So, I mean, it still gives you some comfort. And so I offered that to her, and once again, clean my hands with alcohol. And I told her to take several. She's trying to get one. I said, no, take several because I think you got a long journey. And she was really happy for that as well. And her husband looked all happy too, probably because I just got him out of the doghouse. probably, probably, probably so, boy.
You need to scroll up the comment. You miss a lot.
I need to scroll up, huh? So what else going on? What did I miss? Where? What have I missed? I'm waiting, boss lady.
Nothing, just only here.
What's
Yeah.
that? Him?
Yeah.
I already covered that one.
Okay.
Yeah. See here, slow. Sell toilet paper by the square and make more money. I hate to break one of these premium rolls right here. Once you break that little seal right there, the value may go down. I don't know. I just don't know. Just imagine this could be in your home right now next to your toilet. Just imagine that. Look at that little flapper just waiting for someone to grab it. Yeah. Tell you right now, y'all better not miss this opportunity. Melinda, she can autograph it if you need. She's got a pen right here.
I'm ready. I'm ready to autograph.
Yeah, you can get an autograph
So
roll.
I need to start now. Start the auction.
Ain't nobody gonna wipe their butt with my wife's name. So I do want to see here. I want to read here what's going on. You can use those masks first thing. That's right. Just I'm with you and a handshaking. Yeah. Yeah, he does. I guarantee you that. I was reading there Chad's comment. Kimberly, something is better than nothing. And James, you're good, man. I just do. I just follow my heart. Man, we both agree. We always try to be sharing to people. We just look at, we're all on this little ball on this earth together. James, isn't it amazing how most European men and some Asian men tend to treat their ladies so differently? To me, it's not feminism, but it's chivalry. I agree with that. I'm sorry. If anybody don't like that, tough stuff, because I agree with what I said. It's not feminism, it's chivalry. It's just that for me, it's just that Southern boy values that was instilled in from my grandmother, teaching me to be that way, and she was way older than a lot of people's grandmothers are, because she didn't have my dad till she was in her 40s. My dad didn't have me until he was almost 30. So there's this huge gap between the age of my grandmother. Luckily, she lived to be a very old woman, and so did my great grandmother. Lived 3 days away from her 107th birthday, And so y'all might have to be dealing with me for a while because I got some strong genes in my family. Don't think you're gonna get rid of me yet. You you're gonna have to endure this for a while.
Oh my
We're gonna have to
gosh.
come up with a new method.
I need to think. I need to.
but uh, but it's just what was instilled in me. It's just those things you're supposed to do. It's just what you're supposed to do. Um, it was like he said back there earlier, wouldn't be none of us strong men if it wasn't for the woman, and a strong woman. And so in a way, it's you showing your respect for what the woman does out there in this world, because the woman plays a huge role in this world. And that's all I got to say about that. Luckily, the man who have chosen Lord as his Savior. Welcome to Texas. Philippines, my paradise. I'm glad you eased in
Yes.
here and joined in with us. It's good to see you right now. Thank you for that. Women, to submit yourself to your husband. Husbands, love to your wife as Christ loves the church, man. Amen right there. Pretty simple rules to follow. That's right. Well, so we shared that out. We got that man out of a hot spot, and his wife was happy. We seen them on the plane with us, and we seen them in the airport in Japan as well. And everybody went their different ways. We had a real smooth flight, and it was a pretty quiet flight.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't people talking very much. Plane was pretty quiet inside, wasn't it? Everyone's kind of being to themselves, and so we had a real good flight, a beautiful flight to Japan. Uh, Coming in on landing, there must have been a little bit of air pressures or something, or either that Filipino pilot, maybe he was up there coughing or something in the plane,
Yeah,
because the plane starts rocking.
Oh, shit.
It's rocking like this, but the air looks clear outside. But it could have been some thermals, or he could have been busy like coughing up there, and the plane's going everywhere. But the plane started rocking around everywhere as we're approaching in, and Melinda got motion sickness quick,
Oh my
man.
God.
And I'm like, oh no, it's not a time to get to feeling ill right when we're gonna step off the
Yeah, I'm
plane
so
and they're gonna
ill.
check her. But she turned flush
And
and
sweating.
pouring sweat and shaking. And I could see it in her eyes. And I said, oh no, not now, because they may check her coming off the plane
I'm trying to fight because I know
and
we're
see
going
her
to land in
condition.
Japan.
Yeah, and see her condition and pull us. And I'm like,
Yes, I don't want
oh
to pull, so
no.
I'm just trying to
But
just
the
pretend that
pilot was
nothing.
really shaking her up really good, boy. I mean, he rocked that plane all over the place. It was not a graceful landing, I'll tell you. And landed, and I'm just trying to talk Melinda into being calm, and she's really worried because now she's pouring sweat, and we're about to get off the plane in Japan, and Japan's pretty strict.
Yeah, I get
So
emotion sickness.
so nevertheless, she's a little bit panicked, and I'm trying to do what I can to calm her down, but I think all I was doing was making her more aggravated.
I know what I'm doing because I'm trying to
because it
control
really looked
her.
like she's gonna rip my head
I
off.
don't want to also pull me.
Don't think this girl here don't pack a punch, boy. Yeah, you know what's that saying about dynamite in small packages, right? And man, so let's go back up here. I was raised the same way, Southern boy manners. Amen. Patricia Harris, first day I saw your channel, Mel had left you. Our little
Oh,
joke video there.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. She left me for the big house. I try to go in the kindness to the other as high priority. That's good, boy, Kimberly. I see. It's taught at a young age and taught my son. Chestway, thumbs up, everyone. Yeah, Chad, I appreciate you. They're rallying them up. Um, they broke in with tornado warnings to the west of Jacksboro and Bridgeport, but we should be okay in DF area. Just some storms coming through tonight. Mary, I noticed. I haven't really checked the weather, but I noticed that for tomorrow it was calling for like 90% rain here, and man, I wish it would not. It was very beautiful when we got home here today. I'll tell you that. So I'll continue the story of our journey. we got into the Japan airport. Now
Mhm.
that all went pretty smooth going out of the plane, real smooth going in. They had scanners there checking people's temperature, but Melinda didn't much notice it. They were using this camera looking thing,
Yeah, I
and
didn't
with
notice
computers. You
that.
didn't notice it.
Yeah, I
I
didn't notice
noticed she
that.
never looked over and even paid attention that we were
I'm
being
usually
checked.
walk, just like a normal,
Yeah, yeah. She just puts her head down and just goes.
like a boy. I don't.
Yeah, and so
Mm.
they they like follow Melinda around with a deal in front of me. Like she just shot right by them, like she's trying to get
But
by,
they
and they put
stopping
down.
you there.
And I kind of stopped because I noticed that Melinda shot through them, but she never even knew she shot through
Yeah.
them.
I didn't know that.
And they just smiled and they were really nice. The Japanese are good people, and they just said, "Go ahead, sir." And we went on. Um, we did have to jump some hoops inside the airport at Japan because we had to pick up our bags and recheck them. They wasn't going to send them straight through. They told us that already in the Philippines. They weren't
Mm-hmm.
going to send them straight through.
Yeah, it's not a surprise to
And
us.
in order to pick our bags up, meant that Melinda had to go through immigration. I didn't have to because U.S. citizens, we can just enter without anything. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they just treat us like gold there.
Are you lucky for that?
But they made all of like these Filipinos too, men, all line up on a bench down the side of there and count them up. And we, even if you are a transit, you got to get a visa. And Japan's not always super easy about giving out a visa. I think they were being a little bit more understanding of the situation. But Melinda had to fill out a lot more paperwork and deal with a lot more than I did. I found myself standing around different booths and security as they took and ran her through the
The only thing,
hurdles.
there's more Filipino working there in the airport.
Yeah, that
You
did
can,
help. They
yeah.
had a lot of Filipino women working in the Japan
Mm-hmm.
airport. I haven't ever seen it like that before. And they had Indian men working security at the airport from India. I That's all new to me because before it was all 100% Japanese. So that was a new thing. Um, and the Indian men were rude. I'm just going to tell you, they were rude. Nice, but those Indians were rude, and I just say it like it is. And I kind of raised an eyebrow at one of them because he was being pushy with me. But nevertheless, Melinda had to go through a lot of hoops at the airport, and it took a while. But we got our bags, and then we had to go right back and check them in. We had to go up to international, like if we were just arriving at the airport. I'm sure many people have been through that. That all went really smooth. There was no problems.
Mm-hmm.
But American Airlines jerked me around. They changed my seats that I had, swore that they didn't change them, but they did. And I had it set where Melinda and I would have been sitting alone away from everybody at just two seats, where there wouldn't be a third seat or a fourth and fifth and all that. And I selected those, and those were preferred seats, and I paid for those. That wasn't no open seat. Those are preferred seats that you pay additional money for. And they swore that I didn't have them, but I was charged for them. So me and American, we're going to be having a talk about that. And I wasn't happy over that at all. And the girl was just stone cold face with me to make a change too. She said that the flight wasn't full, that there was some business class seats open. I said, well, then move me up to that. You should do that as a courtesy for all I've been through. Because as it is right now, American Airlines owes us several $1,000s back. So throw me a bone. And I have hundreds of thousands of fly miles with them. And of course, she was only willing to do it if I gave up
Your
part of my
miles.
fly
Mm-hmm.
miles to put me in an empty business class seat through all of this time, and where they just robbed me of my seats I paid for. I was not happy about that, and shame on American Airlines for that. What a mess. But I'll fight that battle another day. Um, so then we finally got through that. We got inside the main part of the airport there in Japan, going to our terminal, and we were calm. We were happy. we knew for
Yeah,
sure
we know
then
that we can go
that
back
we're on our
home.
way home.
Yes.
And at that point, we were calm and
It's really
cool.
relief.
We just accepted whatever it is, whatever seat it is, just accept it with the situation at hand and just go home. And we got inside and we went to a favorite place I like to eat in there. And man, we pigged out on Japanese food.
Yes. We're just treating
Our
ourselves.
eyes were way bigger than our stomachs because we had so much
So much
food.
food, right? We didn't finish all.
Melinda had a lot of food left over. James didn't have a lot left over. Melinda had a lot. Yeah. Uh, George retracted a message there. Just say whatever it is. Oh, Daryl just slid in right here.
Yes.
Um,
Thank you for joining tonight.
Filipinos are small but furious. My wife is 5 foot and she terrifies me when she's angry. Boy, they can come off with a look and a face, can't they? Man, and they get that voice going. Does yours get that voice going? Whoo! Let's see. I've been keeping up with the weather because we've been having all this rain and it's warm kind of. Yeah, you're right, man, with the change temperatures and all. Let's see. And they had an earthquake in Utah, so I'm keeping an eye on things. The airlines have poor customer service usually on all my travel. I was only upgraded once. Man, this girl just stone cold, man. I mean, like no emotion. Just shook her head no to me, like you can give it up, dude. Good try, good luck. Just get out of here. Oh, right there, boy. Dave and Emily, hello,
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 yes,
hello to
hello.
you. Glad you
Lovely
joined in.
and
You see, yeah, but usually more than the death glare. uh,
um,
Dave and Emily, we're here talking about how ferocious little small little Filipinas can be. These little asawas. Yeah. Uh, Daryl, man, we're glad you got in here with us, man. It's good, good, good to hear from you. And you're my moderator. Gotta have my moderator. Please do a video on your cows later. Are the rattlesnakes there? So, Roger, no, we do not have rattlesnakes. And thank goodness, but we do have copperheads
copperheaded.
and we do have water moskins.
Yes, water muskin.
And and both of those two are very poisonous and dangerous. And being that I have a lot of ponds around my place and a big creek down here below us that's flowing very beautiful water right now, by the way, um, we have the snakes show up quite a bit. Of course, we have big non-poisonous snakes too, like king snake, rat snake, whatever you want to call them, chicken snake. They go by a lot of different names, but the same skin. And but they may act ferocious, but there's a non-poisonous bite. But copperheads are no joke, and water moccasins are no joke. Um, please do a video on the cow part. I always love to show my beautiful cows and and show off the years of hard work that my dad put into them before me. So so absolutely. And we have new calves dropping on the ground that I've only seen pictures of, but I didn't get a chance to make it out to the field and see today. Cap said I even had a new one, I think, drop on the ground today. You met your match with that airline person. Yeah, I did. Boy, she's a Japanese lady, tall. So I wasn't looking down at her. We were looking eye to eye. And she kind of put that lean forward on me with that little head shaking no. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. uh, so, Michael, I worked the Armed Forces Police in the 70s in a longa pole. I've seen some women, yeah, tear you up. Yeah, I tell you, boy. Uh, do you keep snake bite kits handy? No. Uh, honestly, I don't have a snake bite kit. I really don't. Um, probably should. My brother, my late brother, he got bit more than one time doing landscaping work by copperheads and found himself in the hospital. I'm a Texan and 5 foot, and when I get mad, my 6'4" husband just avoids me when he knows I'm mad. I tell you, man, don't underestimate a short woman, boy. Do not, do not. Uh, see, I got to go to bed. I'm glad y'all made it to Texas and home safe. Uh, so it says right here, when God gives us rain, gives us mud, which gives us mud riding. So go have some fun. Melinda's already asked me to get her 4-wheeler out. Yeah, that was one of her top priorities. Hawkeye, Hawkeye, glad you made it in here with us. Yes, buddy. We are here in Texas now after a long, tiresome journey. Um, I want to cover a little bit more real quick about a Japan airport. So we ate, and when we got ready to get to the gate, that's where I encountered the snippy little Indians working security. They can bite my butt, go back home, because the Japanese people got that covered way better than you do with your bad attitude. Take that attitude somewhere else, because I did not expect to see someone being like them in Japan. Yeah, go back to India with that attitude. So, nevertheless, um, I got pulled for security check, and another big old brawny white boy got pulled for security check, not by them guys, but by others, to be tested for the coronavirus. Lucky me. They told Melinda to go on. She was heading to the plane without me, and I'm like, bull, what if y'all hold me and my wife goes now to Texas and it's James left behind?
No, actually, I keep looking on you there. Then I go back. I said, well,
yeah, actually, they sent her on, but Melinda was slow pacing it and kind of back flowing back up the ramp.
Yes.
Kind of because she did not want to enter that plane without me, did you?
Yes, of course.
So she was trying to stall back all she could.
I'm leaving you behind, man.
And they took us in a room. Hey, David. David made it in here
hello,
now.
David.
Let me catch something else here real quick. Do you have any problems building your concrete ramp across the beach? From what I know, any beach land is government property. Okay, so there's a limit. We have a lease back real quick on that. I'll cover it when I see it here. We have a lease back on that beachfront. And so there's a boundary marker that used to be out on the beach, but now it's out there in the water after the beach eroded away. And so we can build out to that boundary marker there across that, but we can't do anything that's supposed to impede people being able to foot traffic. Now it don't matter about them being able to pull a net, because they're not supposed to be pulling those shore nets anyway. But it's not supposed to impede them if they want to walk and stroll down that beach. We're not supposed to block them from being able to get by and do that. You know, that's why my ramp's made where you can just walk right up and over it and continue on. And I wouldn't want to block them anyway. I just wouldn't. I don't believe in trying to be like that. Kind of funny though, because there's 2 Filipino resorts right on down the beach from us that they've got it blocked all out in the water, and you either have to stop and you can't make it, or have to wait if it's low tide or no waves to get around down there. So I'd be more inclined that they need to go visit them down there than worry about me, because I'm trying to follow with the rules. All right. But it's been no problem. All they wanted from me was the letter approving from the subdivision developer that they allowed me to do that, and where they had assigned me the rights to the part in front of me there, and everything was good to go. So I got pulled and checked at the airport. Now, what they did it really quick, like before you even have time to ask a question, man, those little Japanese women are on you, and they got some kind of machine in there, and they got these strips, and they swap your paws. They ask, do you have a belt on? Let me see if you have a belt. And they trick you really slick. So they said, let's see if you're wearing a belt. And when you pull your shirt up to show you don't have a belt on, they take their hands really fast with these swabs and run across your belly. It never did care if you had a belt on. It was a trick for you to raise your shirt. That was kind of weird. And so then they ran another set of swabs on my stomach, and they hand them to this other girl, and she's putting them in this machine. And then she runs them around the sides of my face right here, and then she puts those to the machine. And then she opens up my laptop, and they're also taking your temperature in more than one place, but not the rear end though. So watch out for the jokes. I know they're coming. And then they started swabbing the inside of my backpack, like around where I pull the zipper, anywhere that you heavy touch it with your hands a lot. They took my laptop out and they swabbed my keyboard where I touch the keys and where the edges are where you open it, and at the mouse place they swabbed all of it, and even on the bottom of it. And every bit of this keeps going into this machine and waiting for a clearance on it. And then they went around other places in my bag and at my passport, anything you heavy touch, and checked all of it. And that other big white dude, he was a big old boy. He's trying to ask questions and they just won't even answer. But it's happening so fast, man. They are like little ninjas all over you. And they told me I was clear. They told him he was clear, and sent us out. And we were on our way, and man, it was a relief to hear that too. When you've made it that far in your travel and then you're told you're clear, it wasn't no like blood test or heavy test, but even to know that it's not whatever they're checking is not on your skin, it's still a little bit more relief. I'll tell you, kind of glad they did it because it gave me more comfort in the end. And so that was my experience with that. We got on the plane. We had a very good flight home to DFW.
Yes, it's very smooth.
Everybody was really good on the plane, and we had a very nice flight. We had a very smooth landing at DFW. We had a very informative pilot. We had great.
I always like to American Airlines, the way they landed.
Yeah,
It's really
smooth, man. I
smooth.
mean,
Yes.
just like you just touch down like this tissue is going to be on your bottom when you buy it on our auction tonight. And so nevertheless, we landed. It was great staff. The staff was wonderful. It was very uneventful, and that's what you want. Very uneventful on our flight home. Now I know y'all want to know about how it was in Dallas Airport. Well, contrary to the news that people kept trying to post, saying that it was a madhouse at DFW, that was only for maybe a 2-day period when they were trying to adjust the things. We went through there faster than we have ever been through there. That was quicker than we've ever passed through that airport. You're at Dallas. You're looking like you're dazed and confused over there.
Mindset.
Yeah, we've never been through that airport that quick. Have we?
No, we don't.
Okay then, because you're looking at me like, are you sure?
Questionable.
Yeah, we went through there quick. It was smooth. There was no problems. There wasn't no checking or testing. Nothing. There was nothing.
Yeah, it's great then.
It was just like a normal day. To just tell you the truth, it was like a normal day, and that's all I can say. They were good. They were nice. There was no loud voices. There was no unruly people. Security was very nice. They were very helpful. I thanked those gentlemen for their work at each one that I encountered because they are putting themselves at risk, and they're like soldiers, and that's what soldiers do. They're our frontline defense coming in. People coming international. Yeah, Mel does look exhausted because she got here and got busy with plants. Number one thing she did is got busy with plants. And that means James got busy with plants too, because I was having to carry big old huge pots down the staircase and carry them outside. Yeah,
Mm.
carrying big old pots. Man, so I just want y'all to know there's no big international airport mess or scare. It was handled, it was cleaned up quick. I'm sure the mass influx had hit before we hit. I'm talking about in the couple of days before us, people trying to get in from other countries. So I'm sure they probably already handled the bulk of the influx. All airports, Japan, Philippines, and Dallas was dead, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. Like a ghost.
No planes taking off, landing very few. I mean, you might see like a plane land and nothing taking off. The airports were dead, and I mean dead. You could go in any shop and do whatever you want to do. You ain't gonna bump into nobody or nothing. Get your food fast, get your drink fast, because they have no customers. There was people just leaning up on cash registers like they're gonna go to sleep. Yeah. Uh, the girl where Melinda got a coffee there
In
at the
Japan.
Starbucks at
In
that
Japan, yes.
Japan. She wanted to get a coffee there, and the girl was like so excited to have a customer.
Yes. I asked her, I said, I think it's no more customers.
Yeah, and that I've traveled a lot. I mean, but for even years before I knew this pretty little wife of mine, I've traveled a lot, and I've never ever seen it like that ever. It was crazy. It really was just just empty. Even DFW, empty. Inside for the departure area for flights, you could see it through the glass.
Because you said they cut a lot of flight,
There was
right?
no one.
Yeah,
There
no.
was nobody,
I think
and
only.
I feel sorry for the commerce. That's big business and investors and all. It's not a joke, and these are important things for our and other nations, and they're going to take a pretty hard hit on this, especially if it turned out to be hot more than it is. Social media should have their butts whooped if they allowed it to get overhyped. I just tell you, that's just my opinion. It may not be overhyped at all. They might be doing exactly what they need to do. Um, so right here we got Pogi. She's jet lagged, probably worried about her family. Um,
I think
let's see, my,
I think
know,
right, like when we're living there,
it's
I
not
think
the
my
virus.
family.
They
I'm
were
not really
checking
so
for
worried because
drugs.
I know my family was safe. I'm just only tired. Yeah, just like you said, jet lag.
Yeah. Um, Me, I don't get near as jet lagged as she does. She gets it pretty bad. I'm sure in the next few days I'm gonna have to deal with a lot of attitude because when Melinda's not rested, oh, she's got such bad attitude.
I
Can
can
I come
blame.
sleep on one of y'all's couches? Anybody got a place y'all can bump me up for a few nights? It's gonna take like a week for you to
You can
adjust.
sleep in a pig pen.
I'm gonna go sleep in the fifth wheel.
Maybe Brian can offer you to sleep to one of his pig pen there.
Mm. We're not no, we're not in the Philippines now, Brian. Brian can't help us now. Yeah, Brian and Maricel. I hope that a foreigner farming in the Philippines, Brian Maricel, and Maricel's very, very pregnant right now. I hope they stay safe during all this. I'm sure they will, because O'Brien's got a good, calm head on him as well. Michael said, "Come on, brother." Well, let's talk about that. Mel and I are self quarantining ourselves from everybody. Just out of respect, we've done it from the time we arrived at the airport. I had Patrick and my Uncle Gary to drive my truck there, to drop it there in a parking space. They went and parked over away from it, and we never approached them. Well, she almost did. I said, "Hey, hey, hey, we're trying to not touch nobody," and she was heading straight for the door where
I'm
Patrick
not
was
going
at.
to touch. I'm just going to say hi to them.
Yeah, well, blow your kisses later.
Flying kiss, let flying kiss.
And so we're going to just stay away from everybody because we did pass through several airplanes, several hotbeds of areas. You don't know where those people been. You don't know what's surfaces and stuff, we have literally dried our hands out. Melinda's skin's cracking from using so
Too
much
much alcohol,
alcohol.
yes.
I told her,
It's
we're home
cracking.
now. Stop with the alcohol. We're to ourselves. Um, there's no sense in doing that now. Let our skin heal back up because we have both used alcohol so much. Even on my face, I was putting it around that mask. That
Plus the strong that alcohol.
yeah, we're wore out with it. But we're gonna stay away from everybody. I had a friend that after we were home just about 30 minutes, I saw him trying to call my phone, but a truck was in our driveway. And I don't know that truck. It could have been him. I'm not sure. But my phone was on silent. But whoever it was, they were in a new truck and it was parked out in front of our house and it was blowing the horn. And if it was my friend, I just didn't want to come out. And I hope I didn't hurt his feelings or offend nobody. But we're really serious. Plus, we just got in and we wasn't ready to encounter people yet, right?
Mm.
So if it was my friend, he might have been aggravated because when he left, he burned out of here. Or maybe his just truck's really powerful. It's a new truck. Maybe his foot's not adjusted to that pedal yet. Any which way, some back tires are spinning. He might be like James a jerk. He didn't come to the door and say hello to me. But we just want to be respectful because we passed through a lot of people and some hot zones. We're on a big piece of land here now.
Yeah, we're trying to be safe,
Be
everyone
safe for
also.
others, and so we're here sharing with you guys. And if I put up a lot of videos next few days, just know James is stuck in. Y'all are going to be my outlet, and we're just going to try to keep everybody safe, just in case we picked up a bug along the way, to not be spreading it around. We don't want to be what they call a cedar. So there you have it. I appreciate all of your support during our travels. The main purpose that we wanted to share is for knowledge for other people to know what's going on, especially with other people traveling. Of course, we run a vlog. We want to vlog it.
Hmm.
It's a moment in history. It's a moment that we've had to pass right through. Not everybody's stuck in a foreign land when something like this went down. So it is a journey to be remembered. It's a journey to share, and that's what we did. Uh, Daryl said use bag bomb. Hey, I have bag bomb here. I'm a farmer, man.
Yes, and Kimberly also say bag bomb. What is that?
It's like a thick, kind of waxy feeling, like kind of greasy, like cream that you put on like a cow or a goat's tits, the udders when you're milking it,
Mm.
so it keeps them soft and don't get rough and sore and callous. And it helps your hands and it helps the cow both where you're
Oh,
milking.
okay.
Yeah, and it keeps it. Um, Man, and it's used for a lot of stuff, and it's great. Yeah, I grew up with my grandparents teaching you use bag bomb for a lot. Yeah, see there, Daryl said, I know. Let's see, I know you gave some. Um, I want to go up here, and it says right here. Daryl said you're right. It's overhyped. Hold on. Georgia blend coffee out of the vending machines in Japan is really good. Um, Actually, I bought Georgia blend and brought with me. It's in there on the counter right now. It's funny you said that, Timothy. That is funny. Um, then says go out and try to find some eggs tomorrow, or you got to go try to find some eggs tomorrow. Well, our chickens also came into the yard when we got home,
Yes.
and they were here greeting us. The chickens came up and ran in the yard. The dogs was there. We got guineas. The guineas flew up and landed on the fence. Man, it was like a scene out of
They're healthy than I thought.
like out of Ace Ventura Pet Detective movie. Well, if y'all ever watch Ace Ventura, boy, it's
They're
like
so
here they
healthy.
came, man. Everything looked great. So the help that we had here from Mike and the help that maybe Caps gave when he returned back, had been over in the Philippines, also, and had left out before because he had to get on back. Well, whatever help they provided along with my cousin, his nickname's Pooh. Uh, and that Pooh did with our cow, man, our cattle and putting out hay and oh man, we are very appreciative of the people around us. Patrick as well for we appreciate him not watering the plants and letting them starve to death of water. Yeah, we appreciate that a lot, Patrick. Good job on making the pots wet right before we got home so that they looked like they were watered, even though the plants are telling us a different story. You are busted, Patrick. You are busted. I better go over and pour some water in there. After I done let these plants suffer for weeks. We know Patrick. Sneaky little creature. uh, the chickens were happy you weren't Patrick. Yeah, they're probably running up asking for protection from Patrick. But I'll tell them what's been going on here. I'm gonna have to have me a chicken cam down there at the chicken pen. We're gonna have to get a chicken cam. So that's what's. Let's see here. We got 3 empty bedrooms, plenty of food and water, and ARs, pistols, and plenty of ammo. I'm a widower after losing my wife for 23 years of cancer. I'm sorry to hear that about your wife, and good to hear that about the the freedom sticks you've got there, because you just never know, never know. I'm a Texan, of course. I'm not gonna hide it. I own those myself. Um, just heritage where I grew up. Um, well, Melinda is very tired, and we're very thankful for you all. And that was our journey. I will be putting out a couple videos over the next few days, um, showing part of that journey. I just want to share people that haven't seen a foreign airport. I want them to see that beautiful Cebu airport right there. It's something the Philippines should be proud of. It's gorgeous. So I want to share that. I want to share inside of the Japanese airport. So you subscribers haven't seen these foreign airports. You know, it gives you a firsthand look to see something else from another country, another culture. So I want to share that as well. Michael lost yours also in 2017 to cancer of 27 years. Guys, I really, my heart reaches to continue on and overcome, and y'all continue to be strong, gentlemen. Y'all continue. I know that's hard for you guys, um, very much, and I mean that from all my heart. So, nevertheless, we appreciate all of you. If y'all watch the videos I put up of that travel, I would appreciate it. If you don't want to, just skip over it. That's fine too. And we're ready to get here to the farming. We're ready to get here to the cattle, to growing, to our life here. We have a good life here. It's a wonderful life here. And we are a dual life channel. That's what I always call it. Living a dual homestead, living a dual life. And this is what we are. And we appreciate all of you very much. I want to tell everybody here that's watched this right now, this little impromptu stream, thank you for your support during our journey. Thank you for watching with us here right now. And I see all your good nights and goodbyes. And thank you again from all of us, me, Melinda, her family that has appreciated y'all's support of us. Thank you very much. Melinda's tired. She went on over here and laid down. She's about to drop. Take care. God bless. And we will see all of you guys soon, soon, soon. Thank you.